if, number one, the pastors took the work away from the owner of the work. The spirit was doing like this. Come, Bishop. Hand over to me the book. The book. So the spirit is handing over the work. But pastors, and just a little bit, you are not like you're trying to call me. And the spirit is saying, let me show you how it works. Let me show you how it's done. You're saying, I know. You are holding what you know nothing about, and you are ignoring the owner of the work. Oh, you think you know. The way you are even walking, and you know zero about the work. The way your heart is painful like that, it's broken like that, about the work that is not yours. About the work that is not yours. The work. Yes. Pastors, go back and connect to the owner of the work. Yes. If you are doing it, never at once forget the reason you did it. Never. Every day, put yourself into remembrance about why I began this thing. Why I entered in this strikely. It's a strikely. This is not a cheese boy, cheese girl's ground. It's a strikely. It's a strikely. God said to Ezekiel, I'm sending to a stubborn generation. But I like what he did with Ezekiel. Ezekiel says, the Spirit of the Lord, said the Spirit of the Lord came upon me and stood me upon my feet. And he said, I'm sending you to a doubtful and end generation. So Ezekiel said, so he said to me, prophesy. God gives you prophecy if he's sending you to a hard generation. Bishop, it doesn't matter. If you give me a month, I'll break this place. I can break this place. This is not a joke. I know what I carry. I know what I carry. Even if I can come with my cameraman only, I'll turn this place upside down. Month. My name is Alex Nkambule. I'm not talking a fairy tale. I know what I carry. I carry power. I carry power. Are you in this place? The only thing that's needed. Now, don't take it from the owner of it. Verse, there's something I want to show them. Yours. My boys are tired. They traveled a long way. Amen. We must close so that they go. I wish I can have you guys. I wish I can have a group of pastors just teach. That's what I'm saying. I can teach for 3 days. I will not feel tired. I will continue because a spirit takes over. Amen. I just borrow my body to a spirit and it continues. Read Isaiah 53 from verses 7 again.
He was oppressed.
He was oppressed.
And he was afflicted.
He was afflicted.
Yet he opened no.
He did not open his mouth. Because the owner of the ministry must open the mouth. Yes. As we want to justify ourselves. We care so much about what people will think, what people will say. What if we did it and our wives next to us? Papa, and people think. Thank God for those voices of angels next to us. Because sometimes they bring us into consideration where we pause a moment and we think, we say, really, you You may be right. What if you do it and they say and they think? Huh? Mama pastors. Go on.
He's brought as a lamb to the slaughter.
He's brought as a lamb
As a
to the
sheep
slaughter
before
as a
the
sheep. Okay.
Shepherdess in the dump, and so that he opened not his mouth.
He opened not his mouth. Go on.
He was taken from prison.
He was taken from prison to prison.
And from judgment.
And from judgment.
Who shall declare his generation?
Declare his generation. That is what I want you to note. Now, he's asking. He says, who shall declare his generation? Do you know what does it mean? It means his own life is now ending. Then who must declare his generation because his own is ending now? Ministerial callings, write this down. Ministerial callings, or with genealogy. Ministerial callings are connected with genealogy. Ministerial callings are connected with genealogy. Who will talk about now that his own life is ending? Because every person, every man, are we together? Every man is an agent. Every man is God's agent. Write it this way. Every man is God's agent. That means your generations are looking after you. Both the dead and the living. They are counting on you. Your dead grandfathers are counting on you. Imagine they are watching you fail. Your dead generations are counting on you. Someone will say, where are they? Where are your dead generations? Come and talk to me, pastors. Where are your dead generations? We will sort this question. Hold it. We are coming there. We'll sort it. Let us finish it. He says, because his own life is ending now, he's brought as a sheep in the slaughter, right? So who shall generation? Go on.
For he was cut off out of the land of the living.
For he was cut off out of the land of the living. He's no longer among the living. He was cut off. Go on.
He was cut off of the land of the living. For the transgression of my people.
For transgressions. He was stricken for transgressions. That is why if I want to be controversial, can I be controversial just 1 second? Must I be controversial for a second? Because it's a class though. It was Isaiah that was talking. The transgression was for who? You are not reading. He was cut off from the land of the living. For what? He's giving us a reason. Isaiah is saying for what?
For the transgression.
Of what?
Of my people.
Whose people? Whose people? Who was Isaiah's? Who were Isaiah's people? The Jews. The Jews. That means Jesus died for the sins of the Jews. We will deal with this. I don't want to be much controversial. This is not our church. But I want to put it into your knowledge that it was Isaiah's people, the Jews. It was not for Twanas. That is, it was not for the Gentiles. But how do the Gentiles come into the sin? The Gentiles don't come into the sin in the death of Jesus. The Gentiles, Jesus did not die to forgive the sins of the Gentiles, because the Gentiles had sinned with nothing. Because sinning is transgressing the law. So there was no law that was given to the Gentiles, given to the Jews.
Amen.
So Gentiles come in the resurrection. Because when he raised him from the death,